Hello hockey fans, and welcome back to another video. A successful roster in the National Hockey League requires every player on the team to fulfill a specific role. Some players make flashy moves and score goals night in and night out. Some play a more 200-foot game and are just as reliable on both sides of the puck, whilst others serve as the team's security guard, laying down the law either through bone-crushing hits or their fists. Though these roles and responsibilities often differ from one player to the next, every NHL player is expected to put the puck in the back of the net at least a few times a season. It doesn't have to happen often, but you've got to be able to put in a clutch goal when your team needs a spark on the scoreboard. Though some offensively challenged players may go large stretches of games without scoring a goal, no one has gone quite as long as this one. This is the story of Ken Daneyko, the holder of the longest scoring drought in NHL history. In order to tell this tale, allow me to take you back to June 9th, 1982, when the New Jersey Devils selected Seattle Breakers defenseman Ken Daneyko with the 18th overall pick in the 1982 entry draft. Daneyko would spend the next 4 seasons refining his game in both the juniors and the AHL before earning a permanent spot on the Devils roster and playing his first full year in the NHL during the 86-87 season. Over the next 13 years, Daneyko would play exclusively for the Devils, garnering the well-deserved reputation as one of the league's best stay-at-home defensemen and earning the admiration of Devils fans everywhere thanks to both his shutdown, self-sacrificing play as well as his physical, no-nonsense attitude. If you need proof, just check out his 2,516 career penalty minutes. One thing Daneyko wasn't known for, though, was his scoring. Despite having played well over a decade in the league, and having already played through the prime years of his career, Daneyko had scored just 32 goals and 142 points in 910 NHL games up until the conclusion of the 97-98 season, never scoring more than 6 goals or 21 points in a season, and reaching the 20-point plateau just twice in 13 years. This hadn't stopped Daneyko from reaching hockey's pinnacle though, as the Canadian defenseman was a key proponent in helping the Devils clinch their franchise's first Stanley Cup championship in 1995. After scoring his first goal of the 98-99 NHL season on November 7th, 1998 against the Florida Panthers, Daneyko would have to wait a little over 3 months and 41 NHL games before he got another. On February 9th, 1999, the 35-year-old defenseman put home his second tally of the season and the 34th goal of his career past goaltender Garth Snow in a 4-3 loss to the Vancouver Canucks. Though the time between these 2 goals would be long enough for most, Daneyko was about to make this pause in scoring look minuscule. The rest of the 98-99 NHL season saw Daneyko unable to find twine, meaning he finished the year with his aforementioned pair of goals and went scoreless in the final 30 games of the season. This near half-season drought quickly turned into a full year of scoreless play, as the following 1999-2000 season marked the first time that Daneyko finished a full NHL season with 0 goals scored, although he did score a lone goal during the 2000 playoffs, which helped the Devils clinch their second Stanley Cup championship in franchise history. Unfortunately, this clear lack of regular season scoring wouldn't stop there though, as the Canadian defenseman continued to post a big fat 0 in the goal column through both the following 2000/01 NHL season and even through the year after in 01-02. With this drought entering its 4th season in 02-03, the scoreless streak was finally snapped on October 25th, 2002, when the 39-year-old Daneyko finally scored his long-awaited goal, putting the puck past Buffalo Sabres goaltender Marty Biron to help the Devils take a 2-1 victory and end his lengthy scoring drought. In total, it took Ken Daneyko a staggering 1,354 days, which works out to 3 years, 8 months and 16 days, to score his 35th career NHL goal, with this drought lasting an incredible 256 regular season games. It took Daneyko over 3 full NHL seasons to score just 1 goal. In doing so, Daneyko set the NHL record for the longest goal-scoring drought in league history, with the closest that anyone has come to breaking this record since being defenceman David Hale in 2008, who took 231 games to score his first NHL goal. But that's a story for another day. Following the breaking of his scoring drought, Daneyko would go on to score the 36th and final goal of his career on January 30th, 2003 against the Philadelphia Flyers, win his third and final Stanley Cup championship with the Devils during the 2003 playoffs, before hanging up his skates and calling it a career shortly after. In the years following his retirement, Daneyko has served as both a colour commentator and a studio analyst for the MSG network, a job he still serves to this day. His biggest achievement, though, was his number 3 being retired by the New Jersey Devils organisation on March 24th, 2006, becoming just the second Devil to receive the honour after fellow teammate and blue liner Scott Stevens. But Daneyko is the first player to have spent his entire career with the Devils organisation to have his number hang in the rafters. Though I'm sure it's a record that no player wants to hold, Ken Daneyko's complete lack of goal scoring between February 1999 and October 2002 set an NHL record that would take a completely unprecedented level of mediocrity to surpass, especially considering how the game is played today. Whilst it's certainly not the first thing people think about when they hear Daneyko's name mentioned, it's a record that he and he alone holds, and he should be proud of it. After all, he's got 3 Stanley Cup rings to help him sleep at night, so I'm sure one bad record in the league won't upset him too badly, will it, folks? And that's the story of the longest scoring drought in NHL history. What do you guys think about Ken Daneyko's record? Do you think someone else will eclipse it in due time? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear what you guys think. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Please feel free to like, subscribe, share, or watch some of my other videos. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye. A big thank you to Antti Hannanen, Chris Gadsby, Connor B, Paul Malia, Jordan Whitehead, and Martin Tolness, as well as a huge thank you to Max Artis for helping support this video via Patreon. If you too want to help support the channel a little bit further and get a shout out at the end of every future video, make sure you head over to patreon.com/oddmanrush and become a patron today.